Leave a like on this video right now, and in 2 to 3 business days, I will literally ship you nothing. Fantastic deal. Leave a like. What's up, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. So in my last kind of story video that I did about a Zoom class where someone forgot to mute their mic, I said at the very end of it that I had another story and that I might tell it if, you guys enjoyed the Zoom video. And the Zoom video has like 30,000 views right now. So yeah, this is a part 2. This is the last kind of Zoom story I had during like quarantine and everything. And basically, this story is kind of interesting. Someone briefly forgot to turn off their camera. And the last one, they forgot to turn off their mic. And this is a different person, but let me just say that someone forgot to turn off their camera, dude, and it was pretty bad. It was not good. Remember to, if you're going to do anything, make sure that your camera is off. Okay? Just double check it. For me, not even for you, dude. For me, double check your camera for me. Real quick, before I get into the story of when someone forgot to turn off their camera, make sure you are subscribed to the channel with notifications on. I'm really trying to hit 200K before the end of the summer, and we're really close, and I just really would appreciate it. So make sure you are subscribed, and while you're down there making sure that the notifications are turned on, leave like a couple comments as well as a like. Just leave a couple comments for the algorithm because it might help, and views are good. And with that being said, let's get right into the story of why you should always double check your camera. All right, so this all happened back around March, April, May. I'd say about around May, just kind of like towards the end of the school year, but this is also when we're in Zoom. And so we were pretty used to the Zoom classes. We're kind of done with them. I think we had like maybe a week or two or a couple weeks left of school, but things were kind of wrapping up. We were kind of like just getting ready to do whatever summer was going to entail. And for me, it really didn't entail that much except preparing for college. That is not fun at all, guys. I'm praying for anyone who's going through that right now. No, but back to the story. So this was like a couple weeks left of school, and it was a Zoom class. And I don't want to say what period or whatever. I don't want to give too many identifying details in this because, it's just for the good old privacy of the people involved. But anyways, this was just a normal Zoom class, and it was second period like the first one. And if you don't know, like I basically had 2 classes per day, and each class was 2 hours long. And after the second 2-hour-long class, you guys were, you'd be pretty zapped is what I'm trying to say. You got zapped pretty quickly. And normally, when you're kind of like just done with the day, you're not really thinking as well, and maybe your cognitive ability is a little bit lower. And so anyways, we're in class, and this is like we have like a lecture class kind of thing where with some of my classes or sometimes in classes, you'll be able to talk with people, engage in the Zoom meeting. This was just a tough day in class because it was like no engagement, but you also had to keep your cameras on. If you don't know, I know a lot of schools let people turn their cameras on, turn their mics off, but just with my class specifically, maybe other classes weren't like this, I had to keep my camera on the whole time. So yeah, you could probably get away with going on your phone if you were just careful about it, but you really just couldn't leave or anything like that, or just like really space off because the teacher's looking at you and they're paying attention. And there's like an email sent out saying that like teachers know when you're not paying attention, even if you think you're slick. So like, we were trying to get like good, like we thought we were getting grades for a little bit. So we were trying to do well. And we also wanted a good comment. And basically what happened was this class, there was no engagement, but you had to keep your camera on, so you really couldn't be spacing out. And it was just a really tough class period, not because of like the work was difficult, but it was just super just draining. And it was the second period in the day. It was really tough. So anyways, as the class starts to end, there's this girl in my class, and she basically had to leave early for something. I don't exactly remember what. That definitely wasn't the memorable part of this story, but she had to leave early for something, and she let the teacher know. So she basically like went into the chat because she didn't want to, disrupt what was happening, and she basically typed in the chat like, "Dear Miss or Mr." I don't want to give any identifying information. "Dear Miss or Mr. so-and-so, like, hey, I got to go do the thing that I told you about earlier. Thank you for the lecture, and I will watch the remaining 15 minutes of class," or whatever was left, on the pre-recorded Zoom link. Because basically they recorded the Zoom sessions and they uploaded them online for people that were either in different time zones or just couldn't make it. Or if someone wanted to review the class, you could go online and watch the Zoom. So basically she types that in, and I see her like move her hand like as if she's like clicking something, and I think she thought that she clicked out of the Zoom meeting. But probably what happened, I don't even 100% understand how this happened, but probably what happened was like she thought she clicked out of it, but instead of clicking out of Zoom, she clicked like a window behind Zoom. And one would think that like a teenager would be good with technology, but I bet she just like was, because she was kind of like in a rush. Like it was like 3:30 on the dot. She had to be out of there, and it was like 3:29. So she was like quickly typing and then kind of like clicked out of it. And basically what happened was she had to go do something, right? And that also meant that she had to change. She had to change her outfit. And, well, I mean, I think you guys can guess where this is going. Nothing that crazy happened. I just want to say it now. Nothing like that belongs on a different website happened is what I'm trying to say. Anyway, so like people are noticing that like, so she reaches over to grab a different t-shirt, and then people are like, wait a minute. They're not saying this, but they're thinking it, because everyone's kind of like, because no one's paying attention to what's going on. Let's be real. No one had the mental power to get through like the last 30 minutes or 15 minutes of class to listen to that presentation after 3.5 hours already of other dense, difficult projects, right? So we're all paying attention, and we see her grab like her shirt or something, and like we're like, oh no, dude, like no shot this is happening. No shot. So we actually got really, really lucky with this, because the teacher was basically going in between slides, and the teacher would kind of routinely kind of check the Zoom screens to see if people like were 100% not paying attention. They all kind of knew that like at the end of the day, like people were only going to be able to hold their attention for so long. And, you know, they just wanted to make sure people weren't blatantly on their phone or have left the room or were just like doing something else. But this was actually really lucky, because as the teacher was changing like slides, the teacher decided to look at the Zoom panels, and the teacher noticed that this girl who thought that she exited the room was like she had like her shirt in her hand, and she was like preparing to like pull up her shirt to change it, right? And everyone was like, it's almost like, you know, those like scenes in the movie where it's like slow motion, like, no, and like as like something is really slowly happening. Dude, if it was only like 5 seconds of like what I'm explaining, but it honestly felt like half a minute. So she's like literally beginning to lift up her shirt, and everyone is just like looking, like they're just like frozen. And then the teacher, like, since he's the one who isn't muted, people would have to unmute, and honestly people were just like too frozen to act. The teacher was like, says the name, let's say Martha, because I literally know no Marthas. The teacher's like, Martha, you're still in call. And she quickly just like pulls down her shirt. She doesn't like actually go up or anything. Like she was in the process of it, but she quickly pulls down her shirt. She's like, oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize I wasn't in the Zoom meeting. Then boom, Martha's gone. And everyone is just wide-eyed. Everyone who was like asleep or nodding off is like 100% paying attention, dude. Like, oh my, like everyone was just like dead silent. And the teacher honestly like took a second before they went to the next slide. Like they were literally just like, what just happened, dude? And we're all just kind of like sitting there, and we're just like, wow, that really just almost went down a lot worse. Because the thing is, like, we're really lucky that the teacher wasn't like mid-presentation, because when the teacher's presenting something, I don't really 100% know what their user interface for Zoom looks like, but I can definitely tell you that they're paying attention to the presentation. They're not paying attention to the cameras or anything like that. So they would have just been going along with it, and we would have just all been there, kind of just like half paying attention, being able to do nothing as Martha just changed on camera. Like, I don't think she was going to like completely change 100%. I think she was potentially changing like a t-shirt or something real quick to go do something. However, that still is not something you want to do on Zoom in front of a bunch of your peers, right? So that could have gone down a lot worse, and we're pretty lucky how everything kind of played out. But anyways, that is my last Zoom experience. It was definitely a bit of a step up from the other one, the But well, I don't know if it was a step up. I think this one could have been a lot worse than the other one, but the other one actually went a lot further. If you don't know, I made another Zoom video because I had another Zoom story, and that will be linked in the story playlist or down below in the description. So make sure to go check out the story playlist if you enjoyed today's video. Just to see who made it to the end of the video, I'm going to ask you guys to pause the video right now and go down into the comment section and comment door down below. I just want to see how many people comment door. That is D-O-O-R, like the thing that you enter a building with. I just like seeing who makes it to the end of the videos, especially these story videos, which I really do enjoy doing. And I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching these videos and commenting. I went on a little bit of a break and I had videos like pre-scheduled to upload, and I didn't have like internet service for like a day. And then when I checked my video, it was doing all right, but I was looking at the comment section, and the top comment, like literally the most upvoted or liked comment was like, who else like his day is just made better when Connor uploads. Like, just like the comment section is so nice, and we got like a really good community, and I didn't even really notice it until I kind of just looked at the comment section for a second. So I just want to say thank you for that. And finally, if you guys want to help me out even more than you already did for watching this video, well, make sure you are subscribed, of course, but go click on my channel or in the description to find the story time or commentary playlist and start watching those videos. Yeah, thank you. Peace.